Hello, my name is Alma Martinez-Egger, and I am with the Tarrant County College District. This presentation is for the TCCTA 2010 conference in Houston, March the 4th through the 6th of 2010, held at Westin Galleria Hotel. This is coming to you because of a mix-up with the programming with the sessions for the speech and drama section of TCCTA. The session that is there was a duplication of last year, and so this year I brought something different. I have recorded this one, but we did something else actually for the other two sessions. So for those of you who came to watch about blogging and podcasting and using technology in your curriculum, you are still getting this. You're just getting it in another form, and I think that you can watch at your own convenience. Welcome to this. I did not want you to miss out if you truly came in to listen to best practices in speech class with plugged in pedagogy. That's what this session is about. I have taught distance learning courses, hybrid courses, face-to-face courses, Tarrant County College, Texas Christian University, the University of North Texas, the Hispanic Institute of Ministry, Collin County Community College. Also, I have taught all over the Metroplex and put into practice plugging in my pedagogy. That's what we are going to talk about today. If you would like to contact me about information, asking me questions, you see my work number on one of the slides. Feel free to contact me at any time. Well, let's just get going with our presentation. I have several goals for the presentation, 3 to be specific. First, to talk about the rationale for instructional technology. Next is to talk about instructional communication code switching. And finally, to show you technology in instructional curriculum, how it is that I use it, and how I incorporate it into different types of curriculum. Instructional technology, to me, since I have been using it, has been like this a mass of highways everywhere. Everything coming in from emails and CD-ROMs and plugins and everything. PowerPoint is included, overhead is included. All technology is interwoven in. We have all of these highways and paths and overpasses and underpasses that we can take when we're talking about curriculum, and when we're talking about curriculum and then adding instructional technology into it. We have our face-to-face curriculum. Now, because society is so plugged in, we now have to think about instructional technology and the overpasses and the underpasses of curriculum. This is from one of my interpersonal communication students back in 2009. And he says, the age that we live in is based on computers so much, and to see instructors finally start to edge their way, and yes, that's misspelled, I know, but I left it the way it was, their way closer into taking advantage of it and use it for the benefit of the students is actually exciting. So that told me, this student sent me an email unsolicited. I had incorporated different types of technology into my curriculum for my interpersonal communication class. And the student was excited that I was on the cutting edge along with them, using technology that students already use and incorporating that into my curriculum. One of the most exciting aspects about this is that technology and curriculum were woven well enough together that this student did very well in the class. And that is our entire goal for this session, is assuring that when we do incorporate technology with curriculum, that this is the end product right now, a student who is excited, a student who is learning. Next, I said we would talk about instructional communication mode switching. This is not a theory. This is more of a work in progress. I have been receiving student feedback about using technology in with my own teaching experience. And then I've done research as well. And I created this notion of instructional communication code switching because I teach face to face classes, hybrid classes, which is a mixture of online and face to face, and then totally online, and teaching that all in one semester, those different modes all in one semester, I found that I was having to switch my code. I was having to code switch not only from the traditional instructional curriculum lingo, but now I was having to incorporate language, technology language, and I was having to code switch. So if I were in a face-to-face classroom, it would be the code would be different than if I'm in a hybrid classroom and teaching more with technology and online with technology. I continue to research this and write about it. I'm currently working on a study to actually study it and see the aspects of instructional communication code switching. There's an article that I found, The Functions of Code Switching in ELT Classrooms. And the author of this, back in 2005, CERT, described the function of code switching as building intimate relationships. We want to build intimate relationships with our students. And to do that, we have to switch our code when we're talking about technology in curriculum. CERT also states that code switching is a widely observed phenomenon, especially seen in multilingual and multicultural communities. I say that our students are multilingual because technology to them is another language. Mark Milleron, who travels around the nation, and he talks about a new generation of learning based on the net generation. They communicate using language, web, cell phone, IM, MP3s, online communities, social working. Their language, when they talk about this, is much different than general language that we use to communicate on a regular basis in a classroom, in a face-to-face classroom. And that's why I realized I was needing to switch my communication. I was needing to code switch when I incorporated technology into the mix of all of this curriculum and all of this wonderful teaching. So I had to take myself, I had to communication code switch from my voice, the blackboard, student involvement, PowerPoint, overhead. I had to, from here, the basic level, recognize what do I say, how do I say it, what's the language in the classroom when I'm instructing. The blackboard, turn to the blackboard. We're now going to write on the blackboard, go to the blackboard, getting students involved, putting them in a group, using PowerPoint to enhance the lesson for the day. So I had to take it from that and switch my code to this. PB